Now, I can't imagine throughout American history, Christians were always this silent. Was this like a slow process over time, or was there something major that happened that silenced us all at once?
Yeah, a lot of things. In the late 1940s, the Supreme Court found that phrase in an obscure letter that Thomas Jefferson wrote when he was president, reassuring the Danbury Baptists there be no national church set up. He used a phrase that has been repeated after the 1950s many, many times in courts, but it has no precedence in anything that had to do with the Supreme Court or lower courts even. In fact, it was exactly the opposite. The founders never intended for Christians to be out of the arena. They intended that the government wouldn't go and tell you how to worship your Lord. And we had freedom of worship, not freedom to worship. We had freedom to worship as we saw fit. And I think in the last 40, 50, 60, even 70 years, there's been a concerted effort to get Christians out of the arena, to confuse, to create noise and clutter. The Johnson Amendment that President Lyndon Johnson put in specifically to discourage Christians from voting, and then case law after case law. Now, I will say in the last year and a half, with the new Supreme Court, of people who are constitutionalists and originalists, that's beginning to change. In fact, the 1971 case that was a Lemon decision, Jeremiah, that people don't know about, maybe Peter, my buddy Peter Moore mentioned it, that Lemon case has been reversed in the Dobbs decision and in the Coach Kennedy case specifically. The Coach Kennedy case, they outlined that Lemon decision in 1971 has led to 7,300 cases that now need to be overturned. So if you want to put a nativity scene in the public square, you want to put a Christ in Christmas in the Christmas parade, you want to sing Christmas carols at church, at schools, you want to pray before a football game, every bit of that is constitutional. So we have bought into the lies of the media and the left, and I don't mean to repeat myself. And unfortunately, Christians have not done their own research, and we got to go back and educate people.